Let's talk about an army of thousands, standing guard in perfect silence for more than 2,000 years. But here's the thing. They weren't built for any war we know. They were made to protect one man, for eternity. This is the wild story of the Terracotta Army.
So our story doesn't start in some grand palace. It starts in the dirt. The year is 1974, March, in China's Shanxi province. The land is just baked dry. A terrible drought has a death grip on the region, the fields are useless, and the wells are empty. People are desperate for water. So a few local farmers decide, okay, we've got to try somewhere else. They pick a spot and just start digging, praying they can hit the water table deep below. But they weren't going to find water. Oh no. They were about to find something that would change history books forever. So what was it? What they hit upon was, and I'm not exaggerating, one of the single greatest archaeological finds of the entire 20th century. A completely accidental discovery that was about to unearth a secret that had been buried for millennia. As they're digging deeper and deeper, their shovels hit something hard. And it's not a rock. So they start clearing the dirt away, and what emerges is a face. A life-sized human face staring right back at them, made entirely of clay. Can you even imagine? The farmers were just floored. They had no idea what this was, but they knew it was something big. And when the archaeologists showed up, they quickly realized this one soldier, he was just the beginning. Pretty soon, an entire army started rising from the dust. And I'm not talking about 10 soldiers or 100. We're talking more than 8,000 individual clay soldiers, all standing at attention. And it wasn't just guys on foot. This army was fully equipped. Archaeologists uncovered more than 130 full-sized war chariots. And pulling those chariots, or ready for cavalry? Over 670 terracotta horses, poised for a battle that was never meant to happen. It's a complete military force, just frozen in time. So this just left the entire world with two massive questions. First, who on earth could possibly have the power and the money to order something like this? And maybe even weirder, why would you create all this just to bury it deep underground?
Well, the answer to both of those questions lies with one of the most intense and important figures in all of history. So let's get into the mind of the man who dreamed this all up, Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang wasn't just a king. You have to understand, he was the first emperor. He was the guy who conquered all his rivals and, for the very first time, united China into a single empire.
And his rise was just meteoric. He becomes a king when he's basically a kid, unifies the entire nation before he's even 40, and then he dies, leaving behind this secret, buried empire.
Now, what's so fascinating about this emperor is that he was a total paradox. On the one hand, he was this brilliant unifier. He standardized writing, money, measurements, all to create one cohesive nation. But on the other hand, he was a ruthless tyrant, obsessed with total control, and this desperate, all-consuming search for eternal life. And it's that obsession with living forever that brings us right back to his clay soldiers. This wasn't just a monument. It was his army for eternity, meant to guard him long, long after he was gone. This is the key point to all of this. The Terracotta Army was never meant for living eyes. It was part of this enormous tomb complex, basically his imperial palace for the afterlife. His plan was to keep on ruling, even from beyond the grave.
And you can see his mindset in how it's all laid out. This isn't just a pile of statues. It's an exact replica of his actual army. They're arranged in real battle formations. And get this, they're all facing east, toward the enemies he conquered to unify China. It's the ultimate power move, meant to last forever. So the big question is, how did they do it? How could artisans more than 2,200 years ago make something so huge and so detailed? The answer is just this incredible next-level craftsmanship. The level of detail here is staggering. Seriously, every single military rank is there. You've got these tall, imposing generals that just command respect. You've got the armored infantry, who are the core of the army. You've got archers, some standing, some kneeling, ready to let their arrows fly. And then the charioteers and the cavalry. It's a whole functioning military, just made of clay. But here is the most mind-blowing part of all. It's believed that every single one of these thousands of soldiers is a unique portrait. They have different faces, different hairstyles, different expressions. It's like the artists modeled them on the actual living soldiers in the emperor's army. No two are the same. Just think about that. The way they made them was basically an ancient assembly line. It was genius. The torsos, the arms, the legs, those were mass-produced with molds to speed things up. But then, the real artists stepped in. They would take these basic parts and give each one a unique face, add all the little details on the armor, and style the hair. Then they were fired in giant kilns and, originally, painted with these bright, vivid colors to make them look alive. Sadly, most of that paint faded away as soon as it was exposed to the air.
So finding this army was obviously world-changing. But it's also a powerful reminder that this is just one piece of a much, much larger puzzle. A legacy in clay that is still full of mysteries. When you boil it all down, this army tells us three huge things. First, the incredible, unbelievable power of the Qin state that could pull off a project like this. Second, their amazing skill and advanced production methods. And third, just how deeply they believed in the afterlife and this idea of eternity.
Which brings us to what is maybe the biggest cliffhanger in archaeology. Because this whole army, they're just the security guards. The main prize, the actual tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang himself, is still sealed. Ancient writers claim it's a palace filled with wonders, with rivers of flowing mercury and skies made of pearls. But to this day, no one has opened it.
For over 2 millennia, these clay soldiers have held their post, doing their duty. They were made to guard an emperor for all time. And in the process, they've preserved this incredible slice of history for us. But it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are his silent guards still protecting down there?